And you're seeing it here tonight. Ben Stitz is a man to keep an eye on. He scored 4 times in his last 8 matches. The team's leading goal scorer with 7 on the season. And then you look at the Columbus side that they will go against here this evening. A familiar man in goal, Stanislav Lopkis, number 2 in the league in saves. He was the starter for the Crew in the MLS Next Pro final last year. And they are led by a wonder kid. 16-year-old Chase Adams leads the way here in Northern Kentucky. But we are underway. It's the Heck is Plausible Derby and the 9th all-time inning between FC Cincinnati and Columbus Crew. Daly starts, stops, and bounces it off of Alloway. Columbus has given up a goal in 16 consecutive matches. That was one of the key features for Kelvin Jones here today. This is a good play. And Balmadem had it for a moment, but here's Gibran Rayo. Prestis back and Lopkis right through the middle, but it's taken away. And now a winding shot into the hands of Lopkis. And under a great deal of anxiety, Alloway gives it back and Lopkis skies it into the air. And a foul will be whistled on Jabert. So that's how the Crew alleviate this situation for the time being. So the first team derby is called Hell is Real. So the second team derby is Heck is Plausible. Here's a takeaway. It's a nice maneuver. A winding shot gets shoveled away by Lopkis. Benalcazar had his sights set on the opener here in this one. Look at this maneuver. It's an excellent touch by Nico, the 23-year-old. And Benalcazar forces Lopkis into a stop. That's 2 chances that FC Cincinnati have had seemingly out of nothing, where an individual comes away with a giveaway. This ball through the middle. It's Mbam-Adem. He taps it. It's over the top. Mbam-Adem scores. FC Cincinnati has the opener. A 6th goal of the season for the 22-year-old, and it's 1-0. Look at this. What a pass it is through the middle. And it will be Prestis' left foot shipping it in. It's a redirect. Walters gets a piece to keep it away. And Cincinnati clears. That last chance again. Just enough of a redirect on a lunging dive. Looked like Gibran Rayo. That ball through the middle is taken off of the feet. Zenge. Bodies tangle up, and now a foul is whistled. This is a well-weighted ball. Hustling, Daly. Stitz was the target, and Zenge spikes it out of play. Corner kick coming for the first time for Cincy. First corner for either side in this one, and you take a look at Daly's ability to get in front. And Zenge rescues that ball. And Balmadem. That's his left foot. Frisbeeing this ball in. It's headed right into the hands of awaiting Lopkis. That was a delightful service in. And 1 point off the pace in the East. So we keep our eyes focused on this one while also understanding the implications taking place in South Florida. This is a good takeaway. Adu Giamfi has it through the middle. Gonzalez charges, leaves it up top. Rayo punches it wide. Alloway debates his choices, flares it through the middle. Tight, condensed, organized defending. Alloway tries to break it down, and it's Jabert that pokes it out, and it's our first corner kick of the night for Columbus here in the 45th minute. A team that has scored in 16 straight games after being shut out thrice in the first 8. 7. Love that. Crew looking to equalize here. Boomeranging ball, back post. Adams backpedals. Walters saves the first, but Adams pounces on the recovery. Chase Adams ties it up with his team-leading 9th goal of the season. The Crew and FC Cincinnati level at 1. This corner kick all the way to the back post. It's that spillage. Walters cannot rescue it, and Adams, 2 defenders over to attack him. And there's your first half whistle. So we end the first half how we started, all level. Spots 1 through 8 are separated by 6 points in the East. And the second half is underway here in Cincinnati. It is the heck is plausible derby. That's an excellent play. Stitz. Ben Stitz glides to the middle. Ben Stitz launches, and it's saved by Lopkis. Second chance to Blante. Launches this ball in with the right hand, right foot, and it deflects in on the back post. Just over the hand of Lopkis. And Amir Daly puts Cincinnati back in front, 2-1. About this, it's the second effort, and the ball bouncing in, and Prestis was just going to let that ball go past. He did not know that Amir Daly was waiting. Well, I spoke with both coaches, and I mentioned in the first half about the growth of the game in the Buckeye State, but here's a takeaway, and it's a shot that ricochets just wide. It took a defensive chance to deny that moment. It was promising. Look at this takeaway, though, and it's a long carry through the middle of the field as well. But Alcazar took the shot. And the deflection goes wide right. So everybody's going to be running from the top of the 18 now. This ball wheels in over a couple bodies, and finally Columbus taming enough. And here's Daly. Daly has taken Alloway a couple times. This time he leaves it in Balmadem. That was a laser strike, and Lopkis made that one look pretty easy in the end. Here's Daly. He hits the deck. It is a foul. It's a booking as well. It's a yellow card to Hobborn, and it's a second as well, and he's shown a red. And Columbus will be down a man for the final 17 minutes plus stoppage time. Now to this left-hand side, Machado. Machado stops, starts, and resets. Ramos funnels it through the middle. Winding shot. Lopkis got his body over to keep it away from a corner as well, as Mangione was giving it a go from range. Da collides. And Balmadem tumbles to the deck. Mangione is called for the foul. Well, for FC Cincinnati, last year 27 points. They finished 11th in the East. But an 18-point differential from last year to this point. Entered the night as Tablante takes it away. Tablante fires it over. Balmadem takes the shot, and Lopkis, no issues in the end. And to this point in the year, Cincinnati, one of the 5 teams with double-digit point increases from last year, as Lopkis has been sure-handed all evening whenever he's had a chance to get a hand on it. Here's a quick turn. Sin Mohan. It's Da. Da is in the 18. Sin Mohan was trying to volley and just mishits it. But that was a moment in time for Columbus that gives you a little bit of confidence. Cincinnati is using a change. Jesus Castellano is the first man to come onto the field from the bench tonight. Peter Mangione, who has an assist this evening on the opening goal, comes off, and the 20-year-old Venezuelan will now try to see this one out for FC Cincy. 87th minute. Is there anything left for the crew here tonight? With 10 men on the field, or will FC Cincinnati get its first ever postseason berth? You know the team from the Queen City is hunting another goal. But here's a good surge. Sin Mohan cuts it to the middle. Sin Mohan misses by mere inches. What a strike this one is. The touch to get to the left foot. I thought it was going to hit the bar at the very least, but it did not. So another change for Cincy here. Juan Machado comes off with that yellow card, remember. And Lincoln Matuskowitz is the man that is summoned from the sideline with a few minutes to go. Sin Mohan nearly had a breathtaking tire, but a couple of his bigger moments won't even be clocked in as saves. One when Daw was on a breakaway, and Walters had to come out to rescue his back line from a mistake. Schaefer launches. Daly, who has the game winner as it sits. Valois forces Keta out, and Keta shields. Halfway through stoppage time here in half two. Cincinnati leads by a goal. There were 11 scenarios for FC Cincinnati to make the postseason, but here's a giveaway. Tablante. Tablante taps it up top. Valois. Castellano launches this ball in, and Lopkis shields it away, but it's a corner for FC Cincinnati. The easiest path for Cincy was to win this one outright. It is indeed a final. Inter Miami has taken out Philly Union 3-2. So if FC Cincy can hold off, it'd be a postseason berth and the top spot in the East. And Balmadam, I imagine, would go short, and indeed he does. Tablante. And Balmadam fires it through. Valois juggles it for just a moment, and because of that, it ends up going out as Randazzo steps over. Time at a premium now for Columbus, playing with 10 men since the 74th minute, when Hawborn was shown a second yellow. Here's a dummy. Balmadam taps it over. Valois into the hands of Lopkis. A long throw down the field. Balmadam has it hit off of his backside. And there's the full-time whistle. For the first time in club history, FC Cincinnati 2 are going to the postseason.